What's up, Internet? Welcome to the weekly vlog. As you guys just saw in the last clip, didn't have a very good morning. Got to work and my front left tire was flat. I've been putting off getting new tires because I'm cheap and I like to procrastinate about stuff. So now I'm in a little, I'm not in that much of a pickle. I have a credit card. It's just annoying. I was hoping to, here's the thing. I'm trying to save up for, so many things all at once. And it turns out I can't save money. Because I do things like I purchase Nintendo games that I shouldn't, realistically. Um, that and my eBay is my eBay sales have been dismal lately. I have good stuff on there, and I don't know, I might have to adjust my prices, maybe. I usually price my stuff lower than most people, with always an option or best offer. But I'm getting off on a tangent here. So this week we're going to see me get new tires, hopefully. And this last weekend I didn't really go game hunting. In fact, I'm never going to show the game that I got, or if I don't show you here, but I did stop by a GameStop and pick up a game. I picked up an RPG. Kind of refocusing a little bit what I want to collect, just because for certain systems, the majority of the games I have, I realistically don't want to play, but I like RPGs. So for the Wii, picked up Valhalla Knights Elder Saga. This was only like $6 and some change. It goes for about $15 on eBay. And it's not one I see very often. I always check Wii games when I go to GameStop, so I haven't seen it before, so I wanted to pick it up when I had the chance. And that was all I got. Other than that, I've been Pokemon going like a motherfucker. Hopefully my dad is not going crazy. Hopefully I'm not over it. It hasn't given me any warnings yet, but I feel like I've used a ton of data. What else have I been doing? So like what I was trying to get to, I'm probably going to be scaling back my purchasing for a while. To the point where once garage sale season ends, you might not see a weekend adventure every weekend, and you very likely won't see an eBay adventure either. Like, there just might not be a pickup video on a Saturday. So I'd like to ask you guys, the inner circle right now, what you guys would want to see on one of those days. I could go through, like I did last year around this time, I could go through all my collections again. But I feel like if you watch someone's channel for a while, and not much has changed with those collections, like some of them you could pretty much just watch last year's collection video, and maybe one or two titles have changed. So I'd really like to know. I've been thinking about getting into more talking about specific games now that I've been playing specific games, like Fire Emblem games I've been playing. I beat Birthright. I'm playing through Awakening right now, and I'm afraid to try any of the older games that don't have casual mode. I don't know, maybe I could talk about those games. Just let me know what you want to see, and we'll see what we can do. Now I got a video to edit. Alright guys, a little bit of an update on the car situation. Gonna be getting new tires. It's not Wednesday, it's been 2 days since we last talked about this. Gonna be financing it, but another interesting thing that's kind of transpired is, well, this is an inner circle. You'll have your opinions, but as you've probably figured out, Alicia and I live with my mother. And we've kind of recently had the fire lit under us to move out on our own, but we're highly against renting, highly against it, because here's my opinion on renting. Like, I understand it's a necessary thing you have to do if you can't afford a house, or if you don't want to own a house. But at least when you're, like, here's the thing. A lot of rent is going to be just as expensive as a mortgage, if not more expensive. And when you're done renting at a place, you have nothing. So the way I look at it is, if we rent a place, we're basically, with the amount of money we make, we're basically renting for life. Like, it's basically a done deal. There's no saving, really. Like, we might be able to save a little, but not save enough to eventually get a house, unless we both get promotions or YouTube takes off like crazy for me. So we've been looking at houses, nothing extravagant. Well, I say looking, I mean looking on apps and stuff. So there's a very real possibility that I might be selling some of my games to start towards a down payment. Because, like, some of the houses we've been looking at, like, they're very nice, like 3-bedroom, enough room for a game room, enough room for a children's room in the future, enough room for us. Because right now we basically live in a house that we just stay in my room, which is also my game room. We don't hang out in the living room because my mom's a smoker, so we like basically like hide in our cave, you know, and we want more. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm actually going through my collection and kind of like cataloging what stuff is worth. Like, there's stuff very specifically that I'm not getting rid of. Like, I don't want to get rid of any Nintendo games because I'm really enjoying collecting for that. But very specifically, stuff like GameCube, like there's maybe 1 or 2 games that I really want to keep in my collection. There's probably only a handful of games that I really want to hold on to. All my Kirby games I want to hold on to, obviously, that's not dead. Super Nintendo is going to have quite a few titles I can get rid of, because I did, for a time, pick up whatever titles I would come across. PS1 especially, there's going to be some titles I can get rid of. PS2, all the PlayStations have some titles I can give a shit less about. Even Sega Genesis, like, you're going to have some titles I can get rid of. And the idea is to basically start saving towards a down payment on a house and kind of like moving on with our lives, you know? So hopefully going to be getting some tires over at this Firestone Bridgestone place this afternoon. So that's probably where I'll check in with you next. Alright, so I fucked up. I forgot to film getting the new tires, but I mean, how exciting is it to watch me spend like $450 on new tires and an alignment, you know? Eating some Moe's. It's definitely their best item on their menu. The burger. Yeah, it's raining pretty hard. Just heard some very frightening thunder and lightning. Well, heard the thunder. God damn, this road is already like flooding. It's raining so much. I'm actually heading over to Savers before I head to B&B. Have some time. Been pricing out, I think I mentioned it earlier, I've been pricing out my collections. Holy shit, I have to like scream to be heard over the rain and the wipers. But I've gone through all my NES games, partially because, 1, I want to know the value of them, and 2, I'm also separating the stuff I'm getting rid of. So I'm mostly keeping all the NES games. I am shaving some Wii titles, some GameCube titles, some Wii U titles so far. Stuff that like is valuable that I just realistically won't ever play. Like, I'm never gonna play Bayonetta. That's not my style of game. I don't care about hack and slash action games like that. It's not my style. I'm not gonna sit in front of a Wii U and play that at any point in my life. and it goes for about $50 right now, so that makes more sense for me to get rid of it than to hold on to it forever. Like other titles that, like, not expensive, all of them, but like Nintendo Land, I'm never gonna play that. I played that once. It was at my friend's house, my friend that I'm going to tonight's house, and in a year, or in a day and age where there's Smash Brothers and Mario Kart 8, never in a million years would we ever play Nintendo Land again. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So, like, stuff like that. For the Wii, I'm getting rid of, I know I'm going to catch some flack for this, but Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2, like, I'm never going to play those games. Like, the idea that you have to play it with a Wiimote and nunchuck is just a complete turn-off for me. I don't want to play that. Like, I really don't want to play that. You can say how great the games are, they don't seem all that amazing to me. You know, like Mario 64, that was amazing to me. Mario Sunshine, not so much. Mario Galaxy just never had that appeal. So, looks like it's calming down a little bit. Get to this thrift store, see what we can find. Hopefully we can make a thrifting in Connecticut out of this. But you'll obviously see that in a different video, so cross your fingers for me. So I'm trying to pull in my spot, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here. There's a bunny just chilling in my spot. Can I park? Will you move? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bunny. Alright guys, time to end the weekly vlog. I actually just got a package that I have to open from the one and only Gare Bears Gaming Ground, Gary. And so expect that video eventually. Give it about a month or so, you know how I do. So far ahead on videos that it'll be a little bit. Obviously too lazy to turn off the TV, as that's still going in the background, so I'm just trying to deal with the heat here. We know how hot it is where you're at. Here it is, I swear to God, it's like fucking 90 degrees. With the AC going, it's still like above 80 in here, because the AC doesn't quite reach this room. It's out there in the living room, which is a fucking useless place for it to be, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, one of the many reasons we gotta get out of here. So, yeah, let me know how your week's going. Let me know what kind of heat you're dealing with, and like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys.
E to the U to the E, man.